looks somewhat odd for a cartoonist to address the gallery of distinguished academicians, corporates, and the students of business management. But it were you who said unconventional. Well, my story goes like this. When I started my career in 1960, all comics like Phantom, Mandrake, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Blondie, Dennis the Menace, they were being imported 100% from the Western countries. They had monopoly over Indian newspapers. I thought, why not to create our own indigenous comics, having Indian characters and based on local themes? It does not mean that at that time there were no other cartoonists. There were a number of them, like Shankar, Ahmad, Kutti, R.K. Lakshman, and number of them more. But they were all preparing political cartoons. No one was making comics. Once decided, I realized very soon that I was pitted against the mighty giants syndicates of America, like King Features, United Features, who had a billion-dollar industries, and their network in India was very strong, not only in India, all over the world. And they were the established ones. It was the fight between an elephant and an ant. Initially, 3 newspapers came forward. One was Navbharat Times of Delhi. Second was Punjab Kesari of Jalandhar. And the third was Karamveer of Karnataka, which was published by the veteran Gandhian R.R. Divakar. They gave me the chance, and they started publishing indigenous comics for the first time. As the time passed, the number of subscribing newspaper grew from 3 to 5, 5 to 8, 8 to 15, 15 to 20, and now we have got more than 35 newspapers who are daily carrying our features. I have always kept 2 things in my mind. First, punctuality. Because I knew my subscribers, newspapers, do not wait for anybody. For example, here Prajavani, which is published from Bangalore, in your city, they are publishing my Raman and Pinki for the last 35 years. And I don't remember that my features ever missed the newspaper during this period. The second thing I kept in my mind was that my all character must be drawn from the common masses, from the middle class society. For example, Chacha Chaudhary. You can see a man like this walking among the crowds in any city. He is a short-statured man, bald, an old man, just opposite to the Western conception. What is the Western concept of a hero for the comics? A very handsome, tall, and robust man, just like Superman, Batman. Just against that, Chacha Chaudhary is a very simple man. But he has got brain. My ideal was Chanakya. So I based my character like Chanakya. He solves the problems with his brain, with his common sense. Then Shrimatiji. Shrimatiji is just like a middle class housewife, always scheming how to run the household with the limited income of her husband. Then comes Billoo, a teenager who is always dreaming day and night about cricket, 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 and cricket, nothing else. Then comes Pinki. Pinki is a 5-year-old girl who is a very nuisance in the locality. Everybody wants better, she should keep away. Once she went to the house of a neighbor who was very busy doing work. She asked, "Uncle, may I help you?" He said, "Yes, please go away." Then Raman. Raman has 3 main characters. One is Hindu, other is Muslim, and the third is Sikh. They are friends, but they argue too much with each other. They are always quarreling each other. But when some problems of difficulty comes, all the 3 get together to fight that problem, to fight that difficulty. That is India. When its first book was under print, I wrote a letter to the then Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Since this book depicts communal harmony and national unity, she should give some time to release that book. After 1 week, I received a phone call from the Prime Minister's house that she has consented to release my book. I was overjoyed. Anyway, I think this is the first comics which is released by the head of the government in any country. Usually comics are considered a subject matter for the children and youngsters. Anyway, then in 1980, one publisher, Diamond Comics, they came to me and asked whether they compile my comics into book form. I said yes. At first I gave them the matter for 2 or 3 books. After 1 month, they came running again and said that their whole stock was sold out in 1 month. They wanted more. And every month since then, I had been giving them 1 or 2 books every month. Now there are more than 600 titles selling in the market. And there is a law of physics which goes up, sometimes come down. At the advent of television and other electronics media, there came a slump in the comics market. Cartoonists and publishers all over the world, they were worried about the declining sales of their comics. There is a National Cartoonist Society of America. At their Chicago convention in 2004, they invited me to deliver a lecture at that event. When my turn came and I came on the stage, I saw about 500 cartoonists and publishers sitting with their heads down. I told them, if television and the printed comics cooperate each other, they could be beneficial to each other. I gave the example of my comics. I said, some year ago, a TV channel came to me and asked whether they could adapt my character Chacha Chaudhary into making a TV serial. An agreement was signed, and when few episodes of the television serials were aired, the sales of my printed comics in the market increased. And when the sales of the printed comics increased, it had the effect on the viewership of the television version. Their viewership increased, and that channel got more and more revenues. Now we are holding comics festival in Delhi, Bombay, and other cities. Lakhs of people come to the stalls of the publisher and buy the comics. Recently, we signed an agreement with a company who will animate my characters into making television serials, and also they will produce one full-length feature film. Up till now, I was showing you the rosy picture. Now the dark side. The dark side of my profession is, while character becomes the popular, its creator always remains in the dark. If you ask a person, do you know who is Superman, who is Batman, who is Spider-Man, he would immediately say, yes, these are comics characters. But if you ask the same person, do you know who created Batman? That is why when Diamond Comics came to me, my first condition was that you must put my name on the cover page along with the title. That was my first condition with them. This is not the case with other professions, be it sports, be it music, be it writing. As soon as a new book of Harry Potter hits the stands in the market, its author, J.K. Rowling, becomes the subject matter of articles written in all the newspapers all over the world. How did she conceive the idea? What amount she is earning out of a book, or how many husbands she has divorced. So what do you think? These characters, comics characters, Superman, Batman, or Spider-Man, or any other Tintin, etc., they became popular overnight? No. It shows the hard work of years together of the cartoonist. Still, the poor man is in dark. Wherever I go, I tell the cartoonists, they gather together at some place, I tell them, be honest in your profession. Always give to the public your original works. And please, in your cartoons, in your comics, don't ridicule a person or a community. Because if you ridicule someone, humor is different than ridiculing. If you ridicule a person, sometimes it might boomerang on you. I tell them the story, a Frenchman and a Jew. The Frenchman wanted to ridicule the Jew. He asked, do you know what is the difference between a Jew and a donkey? He said, yes. A Jew is miser, donkey is not. Now it was the turn of the Jew. He asked, do you know what is the difference between a Frenchman and a donkey? He scratched his head. He said, no. He said, yes, there is no difference. So anyway, thank you very much that you invited me to this August gathering, and I am very happy and especially when my audience is intelligentsia. And at the end, I would like to recite 2 lines of an Urdu poet. आईना देखकर तसल्ली हुई, इस घर में हमें जानता है कोई. Thank you.